So I don't need to talk about poppers.
We could talk. Poppers, I think, are over the counter.
You can get them on Amazon. I remember.
What are they? Like, there's no way it's not just zapping your brain cells.
No, it is, because I remember last summer, or maybe 2 summers ago when I first moved here, I was at a lot of pride parties.
Yeah.
And I was just like sniffing poppers because I thought it was just like similar to like an
Smelling
essential
salts.
oil,
Yeah.
like an essential oil of sorts. And then someone was like, they are so bad for you, after I'd inhaled like 50 hits.
I just imagine, bro.
I was loving it. It's just like a nice little head rush.
For me, it was as if they reintroduced lobotomies into society.
I think my
was like this. Doy. I literally sat down and had to grab both arms of the chair I was in. That was the most that's how I imagine when I'm blackout drunk. That's how I must look.
I love them. I can't do them
They're too dangerous for me
because
the 30 seconds of experience I have from doing those is one that I don't want to relive. I can't do that.
Totally. And I would do anything to relive
twice
those moments.
Well,
what do you mean
it's
twice?
over the counter because sorry, you did it how many times that day?
I said 50, not 2.
Oh, okay, so 51 times. Sorry.
You're good.
This is not a numbers podcast.
No.
It's never been.
No, and you've always said that.
Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Connor.
Are you ready to MAP?
I'm ready to pee.
Ignorance is bliss. I'm living in a world of my own, and it's awesome.
Oh, I thought I was responsible for 9/11 when I was 5.
Where were you?
In Pennsylvania. Touch grass, might I suggest.
We're just going to dive right in today.
Okay, quick housekeeping reminder before we get into it.
Time to clean up.
Connor, go ahead.
Sorry, my stomach just started hurting because we were talking about milk earlier.
Do you want me to read it?
It's passing. It's passing. I'm having contractions. I feel
Reminder, if you want to be added to our Instagram close friends, you can subscribe to the Brooke and Connor tier or Studios tier on tmgstudios.tv and fill out the form that is in the description of our bonus episodes. So every single bonus episode that you see on tmg.tv, go ahead to that description and you will be able to find that form that you need to fill out to get on the close friends Instagram story.
Yeah, it's super, super simple. If you just listen back to what Brooke just said, tmgstudios.tv, and then in the description of our bonus episodes, which are $6 a month for our tier, correct? And you can also sign up for everybody's tier,
right?
But all the description of the episode have add to close friends info. And the thumbnails are Gorgino, by the way. Wait, are we scrolling through? Can people see what we're scrolling through right now? So this is a little teaser. If you're watching on YouTube, this is kind of a teaser of what you're gonna get in the Bone Zone, which is not our name of our stuff. It's just bonus episodes.
It's close friends.
It's close friends.
Close friends. It's okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of what you're gonna get. A little preview, and we have fun in the bonus episodes.
We really do.
Sometimes after we finish we wrap a bonus episode, I go, "Oof! I wish that everybody could see that."
Right.
But unfortunately, it's just our close friends.
It's just our close friends and tmg.tv, tmgstudios.tv, studio subscribers.
Yeah.
Etc. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I guess we'll hop right into it.
Let's hop right into it.
Welcome back to Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast. It feels like it's been 2.5 years since we've been...
It really does feel that way.
It's been 84 years since... name the movie. I'll give you a hint. You've never seen it. What is it?
It's Us.
Scoozy?
Are you not doing our cold open for the studio?
No, hell no, bitch. I'm not doing our cold open.
When we were old people, that's 100%.
I know, but it was a reference to... Come on.
SpongeBob?
Jeez. But thank you.
What is it?
I don't know.
Come on. My favorite movie. It's...
Oh, Titanic.
This is how Titanic.
Oh, I had no idea.
Opens.
I had no idea you were doing a bit.
84 years.
I really didn't know that.
Since I've been back on. What did she say after that? Since I've been back on the Oh no! Since I first stepped foot on the Titanic.
I've never been able to finish Titanic.
I finished.
Is it the Titanic or Titanic?
Just Titanic.
I've never been able to finish Titanic.
It's been 84 years.
Due to the plot.
What's wrong with the plot of Titanic for you?
It's sad. I find it sad.
Oh, do you want to talk about sad? Let's talk about sad. Tell me why on my 13-hour flight yesterday, I got upgraded by the grace of God, and I'm sitting there. I said, time to kick back, relax with a cup of Earl Grey, and watch something light and airy with maybe a little bit of a comedic twist.
This is your fault for thinking.
Why'd I click on The Whale?
That's on you.
Thinking that was going to be, guys, the flight attendant had to stop at row 12 and say, are you okay?
Was it good though?
I don't care for award-winning films, clearly, but genuinely couldn't have seen a single part of it. It was just so well written, and then...
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I would say it's good. I'll tell you this. You only need to watch the beginning and the end.
A lot in the middle. That's kind of
This could have been a short film. It could have been 13 minutes long.
Is it 8:24?
That'll
do it.
Is it 8:24?
That'll do it.
Yeah, you really only need to watch the beginning and the end.
Right.
Sadie Sink, phenomenal. Both just the way that those two interacted was so emotionally charged. It was crazy. Now, tell me, as a chaser to the whale, why I decided to watch A Man Named Otto.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't have the answer.
If there would have been a way for me to dump my body out the side of the plane without causing a scene, I would have done it. Eject button. Cried the whole time for this. There's no way I've got 6 months clear of crying because of how much I cried on my flight back.
Wow.
This
is based off of the book A Man Called Ove, right?
Yes. Which I just finished.
How is it, the book?
Book's great. The movie's really
I want to
good
read
too.
the book.
No,
Read
I
the
mean
book.
Tom
I'll
Hanks
give it to you. I have it.
in this movie. Everybody in this movie, not everybody. There was some really cheesy acting, which really sobered me up from my cry fest.
Really?
There were a couple parts that I was like, come on, that's so fake. But the whole movie, if you want a good cry, watch it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the thing that happens to me after I watch any sad movie is it takes me like a couple days to get 100% sober from watching them. Like there is a tinge of depression in the back of my head right now. When I watched Marley and Me for the first time, I didn't text back my friends for anybody for 3 days.
Right.
They thought I went missing.
You know what sad movie I just saw? Super Mario Brothers. And no one's expecting that to be a tearjerker.
No.
You will sob.
Wow.
Because of brotherly love and how powerful it is.
And you're from Philly.
And by the way,
City of Brotherhood.
the song that Jack Black sings in the Super Mario Brothers movie, Peaches, is the song of the summer. Mark my words. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Never heard it. I guess we'll have to listen to some of it.
It is one of the best ballads, I would call it a ballad, that this nation has seen since Hello by Lionel Richie. Glee version.
Wow.
Maybe we can play Peaches in the bonus.
Yeah, we can't play it now, which is so sad because of
We'll play Peaches in the
copyright
bonus.
and cease and desists.
Okay, well, we didn't see each other last week.
No.
You were away.
No.
I was at Coachella.
Yeah.
So we had the Alex episode air
Right.
last
I hope
week.
everyone
Anything you want to say about that?
I hope everyone really, really enjoyed it.
I think a lot of people liked seeing you like as a human in that episode.
As opposed to...
Well, it's because it's usually like I'm the one that's like...
Oh,
that,
yeah.
It's like you were, if that kind of makes sense.
Just in terms of sweat?
In terms of sweat, in terms of like, yeah.
Yeah.
And what sweat means for us.
We're just humans.
Yeah.
We really are.
It's nice to see you in that light.
With really active
because, you're so strong. Mentally.
Keep my shirt on, but thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
That was great. I really enjoyed the episode. They're so easy to talk to. Morgan is a light in this world.
She really is.
They both are, but Morgan just took it and ran with it.
I hope she comes back.
That whole episode was as if we'd met each other more than in 10 minutes total before they stepped on set, but it was great.
Well, we've met each other. For more than 10 minutes we haven't.
I will say a lot of people don't know because we talked about it in the bonus, but basically the reason we were on the Insanely Chill set is because when we pulled up after scheduling this 2 months out to have them on, we pulled up to our building here, or our set here, and we wanted to have them on. They would have been our first guests on right here.
Because we were saving ourselves.
Sitting in our little room here, and we got here and the power was out, which has never happened before.
No.
And so we went crisis control and we got a hold of Cody and he let us use Insanely Chill, which was a blessing. Thank you so much, Code. But it was great. I think it was really great. I think everybody, like, a lot of people were like, should have seen this coming, but didn't. Because, you know.
Right.
And it was really natural. I thought we kind of killed it.
Okay.
With them. They killed it as well. And then, other than that, I mean, a week, 10, 12 days have passed since we've been here.
Way more than that.
14 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, hold that thought. Either me or Brooke. We want to take a break really quick to thank a sponsor of today's episode, StoryWorth. I was just on a trip with my family.
Uh-huh.
And I found out so many new things about my parents.
Can't wait to hear.
Because we were with a lot of my aunts and uncles that I don't see a lot. And they're telling you stories. And I'm like, I didn't need to know that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like about StoryWorth is that it's setting up prompts for things that you kind of, stories that you do want to kind of get out of them. You know?
Well said.
Yeah, because there are a lot of things you hear and you go, no, don't need to hear about you guys in college so much. But Mother's Day is coming up, Brooke. That's May 15th, 14th, something like that. And if you want to make Mother's Day extra special for your mom or my mom, well, you can't get it for my mom because I already did, but that's basically, I got it for my mom because I wanted to make Mother's Day a little bit more special, unique, and heartfelt this year. So I gave her StoryWorth. My dad's had it since Father's Day last year. My mom's been really jealous. So I got it for her as well.
That's great.
So now we're a family. We're a StoryWorth family.
Aww.
Yeah.
The StoryWorths. StoryWorth is an online service that helps you and your loved ones preserve precious memories and stories for years to come. It's a thoughtful and meaningful gift that connects you to those who matter most. Every week, StoryWorth will email your loved one a thought-provoking question.
And they do. They're consistent.
They really are, of your choice from their vast pool of options. These are questions you may never have had the chance to ask, like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done in your life? I would have never asked that. Or, if you could see into the future, what would you want to find out? After 1 year, StoryWorth will complete your loved one's stories, including photos, into a beautiful keepsake book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come.
And what Brooke meant by complete is compile. So I can't wait to sit with my entire family at the end of the year and revisit all these stories because I do not read them when they come in every week. Because sometimes my dad does 3 or 4 weeks at one time.
Right. That's
so,
sweet.
But it's interesting. It's cool, and he also spells everything wrong. So I can't wait to read that at the end of the year and kind of go over his grammar and things.
And but now your mom as well.
And now my mom's good at writing. But the book is going to be amazing. The journey to be there will be a gift in itself as well. I look forward to reading the weekly stories from my mom, and over the year, it's going to be great.
Is there anything specific you're excited and looking forward to hearing your mom's side of the story of?
Yeah, it's interesting because when my mom and dad tell stories about things that they were both at, they're so different.
Mm-hmm.
And if the questions are similar at all, I'll get both
That's
books
very good.
at once, and then we can compare and contrast. Because my mom's like me, but what she does is whatever her version of the story is becomes the truth, and she will miss large facts.
Okay.
Even if the story is not hers to tell at all, it will become a memory of her own.
That's crazy how mine does that, huh?
Kind of like me as well.
Reconstruct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give all the moms in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll all cherish for years. StoryWorth. Right now, for a limited time, you'll save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/BNC. That's StoryWorth.com/BNC to save $10 on your first purchase. StoryWorth.com/BNC, and that's BANDC.
I'll also say about StoryWorth before we let them go is that there's no shipping on StoryWorth. You can order it the day before Mother's Day.
That's a good.
And then be like, look at this.
Connor, good call.
I can't even wrap up these memories for you because they're digital. But I want you to know that I want to know more about you, Mom.
Get this on the morning of Mother's Day.
Yeah, or. Yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking of a later time, the minute before. But you can get it also the day of.
Yeah, you really can.
On your way to see your mother. Bye, thank you.
Okay, well, how about you kind of start? You seem awake, by the way, for somebody who just got back from Italy like last night.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it doesn't hit you until the day after. So, for example, I got home from Coachella Monday, Tuesday, as in yesterday. Couldn't have been more awake if I tried. Today, not so much. So it hits you. Not the next day, but the following day.
That's
so
like
tomorrow you'll be
That's
sleepy.
like my hangovers.
That makes
Next
sense.
day I'm kind of up and at it.
Uh-huh.
The next day, please don't talk to me.
Oh, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't. But that's just how it goes.
Okay.
But no, I think I'll be fine. I don't really get jet lag unless I check what time it is in the place that I was. Like when I was in.
So jet lag is completely a mental thing for you.
Yeah, in my time overseas, I was checking every now and then to see what time it was here
Uh-huh.
in LA, and then I'd be like, oof, because it would be like 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and we'd be like going to grab food, and I shouldn't have been. So it was 9 hours ahead. Yeah, so it'd be like.
That doesn't make sense then.
Okay, I'm not a math podcast, but like right now it's 7 p.m. in Italy tonight.
So you're
right
wide
now
awake. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jet lag symptoms usually occur within a day or two of traveling across
A day.
2 time zones.
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck a time zone. I
Right.
hate time zones.
I think
God,
they're
just am
necessary.
so anti.
I get it.
Oh, and we pulled that up from Mayo Clinic, which I'm so glad they have a tab on jet lag disorder.
The thing is, like, I would trust anything that came from that website for some reason.
Well, it's a sought after
Yeah, that feels
publication.
more legitimate than WebMD.
This is a reliable.
It's a primary source.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, but I forget. Let me.
Jet lag disorder. What's the disorder piece?
It's just I think that day or two that you're jet lagged.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems bold to call it a disorder.
I mean,
But
I think
hey, whatever.
anything can be a disorder
If you put your mind to
if
it.
you put your mind to it.
Okay.
I will tell you this: the space that I was in last night.
Okay.
Finally ordered an Alto. Coming back.
Oh,
I couldn't get myself to go to the. We say it all the time, but like LA exit when you leave LA, the airport, you have to walk about 1.5 miles to get to where you can order an Uber, which is bonkers. But Alto, this company lets you order it right to the door. But
also, Uber Black does too.
Yeah, well, Uber Black was $117 for a 4-mile drive. So
Oh.
I was like, I'll be walking the 1.5 miles.
Also, I've been parking my car at the airport like in an off-site lot, and it takes like 1 minute for the shuttle to drop you off and bring you back.
How much
and
is
that
it?
has been so easy.
How much?
As much as an Uber or Alto would be.
How much
It
is
was
it,
like
like, per day?
$80 when I went to Florida for 5 days.
Oh,
It was like 10.
okay.
That doesn't make any sort of sense mathematically. It was like $13 a day or something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
now that I can park my car like at my house, I just leave my keys and my roommates can like move it.
Park it at the airport though, so you can get yourself to the airport and home with your car though. Does that help?
Yeah, totally. I brought you a present back, but they took it at security.
No.
Yeah, and wait till this will piss you off. Remember we talked about how applesauce is not a solid, nor is it a liquid.
Did you bring me applesauce?
No, I brought you pesto, and it was Italian.
Connor, I love pesto.
I know it was Italian pesto. They took it as a liquid. I said, "Tell me in what world is this? You have to chew this to swallow. You'll choke if you try to swallow pesto." Well,
I think it's
I'll.
a puree.
So that would be a liquid.
It's like,
I guess it does.
would they take lotion?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I would say pesto's the lotion of
I
the
guess
food.
The
Pesto's a food lotion.
yeah, pesto is the chicken of the sea.
That is, yeah. Damn, Connor. Well,
no, it's a bummer. And it was
this is kind of like when you got me the cake for my birthday, but never picked it up.
no.
They didn't take Apple Pay.
They didn't take Apple Pay,
Damn,
so I did actually
same
pick
kind
it
of
up.
thing.
I couldn't figure it out, and they're like, "No, we don't take Apple Pay." And I said, "What kind of establishment are you running?
Right.
Take your cake. I don't even want it.
Yeah.
I do need it though.
Yeah.
I only had
Damn.
like $6 in my car, and it was like $8. They don't
Well-
they don't take Afterpay at Ralph's. Shockingly,
Afterpay?
Klarna. Sorry, if you're a Klarna type.
Thanks for thinking of me, though. That's really sweet, Connor.
It's like if you
Oh,
pay.
that would have been so good, though,
I
if I
know.
could, because I'm going to get a turkey hoagie for lunch, and if I could dip that in the pesto, that would be really
what
good.
could have been?
maybe I could get, anyway, I'm thinking ahead. I'm getting too excited about lunch.
Yeah. Well, lunch. The beautiful thing about lunch, I've always said this is, it can be whatever you want it to be. It's a great.
Yeah, and I
it's-
wanted to
right.
dip my turkey
Well, the
in
cool
pesto.
thing about lunch is you could sit down for lunch with someone. Maybe you could sit down it's the great equalizer because you could sit down for lunch and someone could order a rack of lambs and you could have pancakes. Lunch can be whatever you want it to be.
How about dinner?
Dinner, I don't know. I think there's more of a boundary for dinner.
I would say there's more of a boundary for lunch than dinner.
The human experience.
So true. Because, yeah, I would feel more comfortable having cereal or pancakes for dinner because breakfast for dinner is more of a title than breakfast for lunch. Is breakfast for dinner a band?
Right, because I don't think you even need to. No, that's Bowling for Soup.
Well, it should be a band.
Okay, well, free idea. Okay, I'll quickly run through my week and a half.
I would love that.
Really quick, because there's
No,
so
it
many.
needs to be quick.
There's so many days. Went to New York first to unjet lag myself for 3 hours at least ahead. So spent some time with friends there. It was great. And then it's kind of like an Italy pregame because New York wants to be Europe so bad with their eating dinner at 9:30 p.m. situation and walking and stuff. And so went there, saw a bunch of friends. It was amazing. And then left there, met my parents in Jersey, and then went to Milan.
What were your parents doing in Jersey?
That's where they met me to fly because there's a direct flight to Milan from New Jersey.
Oh, like Newark?
Newark.
Got it.
Yeah. And then
that seems like a separate entity from New Jersey to me.
Yeah. No, it is. It seems like a municipal.
Yeah.
Separate municipal.
Like its own governance.
Yeah.
Okay.
The airport is huge.
Yeah.
I hate that airport. Another one I hate.
Yeah, it is a bad one.
They don't have anywhere to fill up your water bottle, which sucks. So I had to buy another water bottle.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine. But also, why is it carpeted?
I don't remember the logistics that intensely.
Yeah, here's the thing. Away Suitcases, thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast. However, I have to go back centuries ago to rolling on two wheels when I'm in the New York airport because of the carpet.
Why would the carpet prevent you from four-wheeling? Is it a shag carpet in the New York airport?
No. It's not shag. It's not shag. It's not shag at all. It's that gross English classroom carpet that's like very short.
Looks like the stuff in the attic.
It provides enough resistance to where you really can't four-wheel it if your bag is heavy enough.
Wow.
Yeah, so you go back to two-wheeling like all the peasants.
That sucks.
And there it is. Ugh. And you know that it smells. I know it smells crazy in there. So anyways, Ethan there. We go to Milan. Love Milan.
Really?
I didn't expect to like Milan
That's
so much.
great.
I never been. But it was cool. It was like a city, but like clean. And we had some food there, whatever. And then we went down, took the train to this place, Cinque Terre, which I'm going to pronounce that. Nothing's going to be pronounced right. So just heads up. And it was on the coast. And it was like a small Positano, which is that place that everyone takes pictures. The Amalfi Coast. But it was like small. And there's 5 of these little towns.
Right.
And you could take the train to each of them. And so we hung out there. And it was like very, very relaxing. Almost to the point where there's nothing to do.
My favorite kind of trip.
Right. And we found a house, and it was enough space to where my family didn't have to spend that much time together in it, which is awesome. Mom could wake up at 5 a.m. and make coffee, and I didn't have to deal with that situation.
Hey guys, we want to take another quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Julie. If you've ever had unprotected sex, forgot your birth control, had a condom break, or you're just not sure, we're excited to talk about a new company that is giving emergency contraception a much-needed rebrand. Julie is an FDA-approved morning-after pill that helps stop pregnancy before it starts.
Stop. Julie is aiming to be the emergency contraception company for the next generation, one of learning and acceptance, not stigma and shame. When it comes to complex and stressful choices around your health, they believe women deserve products that are easy in every way. Easy to find, easy to take, easy to relate to, and easy to understand.
Julie stops your body from releasing an egg using the same active ingredient as Plan B or other morning after pills. Essentially, Julie works by preventing or delaying your ovulation. With no egg, there's no fertilization and therefore no pregnancy, and it's no risk to future fertility. It works best when taken right away or within 72 hours of unprotected sex.
Julie just launched at CVS, but you can also find Julie at Target and Walmart stores across the U.S. You can also order online to have for the future, just in case. It is legal in all 50 states, and you don't need an ID, prescription, or credit card to get it.
Julie is not just a morning after pill. It's a morning after pill brand that's working to increase access to emergency contraception for women across the country.
Ooh.
Wow. Julie has a 1-for-1 donation program, and every time you purchase Julie at a store or online, the company donates 1 pill to someone who needs it. Julie partners with over 25 organizations across the country to provide donations to those disproportionately impacted by health inequities.
Julie is really killing it across the board, if you ask me. You can go to juliecare.co to learn more or find Julie at your nearest CVS, Target, or Walmart today. That's juliecare.co to learn more. JULIECARE.co to learn more. Now we get to the point that's going to be a side branch off of this.
Okay.
So I did buy a book at the airport.
Really?
Which I've never done before. And I said, what book am I going to get? I need something that's going to change my life enough. You know, that's why I can't read a fictional book. 'Cause I'm just, the whole time I'm reading a fictional book by Colleen Hoover, I'm thinking, well, this didn't even happen. What's the point?
You would see the point.
My mom's reading The End of Us All or whatever.
Oh my God, she is?
Yeah.
Do you know how horny those books are?
I don't need to know. I didn't need, because my mom's like reading it next to me. I don't need to. We sat on a
horny.
Okay, we sat on a train for 2.5 hours. I did not need to know what may have been happening or may not have been happening on our Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so here's where it gets dicey, and I have so many apologies to make to everyone listening. I did have to reevaluate my loser list.
As in, you added, or you had to readjust somebody that's already on there and take them off?
Took him off.
Kevin Hart?
Nope.
Harry Styles?
No, guys, I had to reevaluate the entire list. Matthew McConaughey is not even on my list anymore.
Did you get his book?
I got his book.
Damn, what happened?
Damn, he's exactly like me. I was like, no. Every time I turn the page, I'm like, God damn it. Like,
which piece exactly?
It's just, I'm going to give you the book because, guys, I read it in 2 days, whole book. I don't even read.
Can you give us the highlights?
I can't.
So you love him now because he's like you?
Well, it just like, it was hard for me. It was a tough nut to swallow because I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
That is making sense as well. Yeah, went to college, same college as me.
Uh-huh.
Yep, changed his major, thought he was going to be a lawyer, then he's in TV and film.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I was in business and I was in advertising. I'm like, so he's off. So now I got to go through everyone again and just like go at it with an open mind and an open heart.
Good.
Clear eyes, full heart.
Good.
Loser list. I might just delete the list from my phone.
No, I don't think you should do that.
I just felt it was a sobering moment to be reading this book. It's called Green Lights, by the way. I'm sure everybody's. I'm pretty sure everyone's already read it, and I was just late.
Right, it was big like a few years ago, right?
Right, and I was like, I'm not touching his book.
Right.
No, he's really
great guy,
cool and smart and like intuitive, and
I love that you're comparing yourself to him.
Seen this? He did a live virtual event. Cody and Noel did a whole episode on it yesterday.
Oh, yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, our cycles have synced here and there. See, then he pulls out a bongo, and I'm like, come on, like, I can't.
You would do that.
I know.
You have a banjo.
I know. I think I have the shirt he's wearing in his virtual event too. God damn it, Matthew.
God.
Okay, you got me.
There are worse people to be.
No, I know. I was just like, okay, stop trying so hard. Now I like want to be him. So.
Well, it seems like you already are. So.
Do I want to be him or be in him? I don't know.
Yeah. Tough nut to crack. And swallow.
Anyways, great book. There's a lot of it. I'm calling BS on that, but like, I'm sure a lot of people, if I wrote a book, would call BS on the majority of it. But it's a good read.
Right.
So, I guess normalize keeping an open mind. And
we have
more
always
information.
normalized changing your mind.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Same kind of thing.
I want to give credit to myself for even buying the book.
Yeah,
$34 at the Newark airport. Come on, $34 for a book is crazy.
Why'd you choose that book?
Because I was like, I've heard it's good, and I'm not going to read Colleen or
there are like
or
things
Prince
in
Harry's
between.
book. Like I can't relate to Prince Harry or anything. Or Michelle Obama, like I can't relate to Becoming probably. Right. So I was like, I'm gonna read this book because we're alum together.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you gave him a chance.
Oh my God, gave him a chance. I'm worshiping him.
Right.
At this point, brilliant.
Awesome.
Anywho, so I read that whole book while sitting, relaxing with everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and it was great.
Were you by the water?
Yes, everything's on this like little in these little
That's
towns
exquisite.
by the water.
Was it like countryside or like more?
Yeah.
more
It was like there was a town, and then everything else was vineyards basically besides, and they were like tending to their. But everything's so steep there, so like they were these. The Italians are.
I love.
We
them,
go
by
on
the
this
way.
hike. Yeah, no, we go on this hike. I'm miserable. And I like doing things and walking. And there were people 80, 90 years old passing me.
Why were you miserable?
I'm hot.
It was hot there.
It was hot. Yeah, and I was like, what are we doing walking we should be like experiencing, but I guess that was the experience. There's like 80-year-old Italian people passing me, an 8-month pregnant woman at least just passing me as if I wasn't moving. And I was moving as fast as I could.
I believe it.
Anyways, it was a really, really good time. And then we went up to Lake Como for the wedding, and the wedding was just like unbelievable. Had too much fun at the wedding.
Would you ever have your wedding like in a place like Italy where people have to travel so far to come?
Yeah, because it keeps it small enough to where like
I was thinking the same thing.
That's the people, because then you can invite more people and be like, well, I invited you.
Right. I was thinking the same thing.
It was your choice not to come.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's a hard place to get to.
It is.
Cars, trains, and automobiles.
It is.
And planes as well,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Wow, sounds like you had a blast.
It was a blast. Trying to think. I had one more. Oh, food. Everyone talks so much about the Italian food.
Don't even. Don't.
John and Vinny's for me, please.
No. Connor. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And guess
you think
what?
John and Vinny's is better?
Yeah, I do.
I think then your palate needs work.
I think I have a great palate.
I would say you don't.
You don't know my palate.
I do know. I know your palate well enough.
I need more spice. There was really no spice. And then I learned. So, okay, listen to
Because
this.
spice, you don't need spice when the flavor is like that.
I will say
the whole point of spice is that you put it on because the original flavor needs something.
I think
it doesn't need anything in Italy.
Spice enhances flavors to me. There's a spicy fusilli right there. Chills. I will say the cheese. I had one pizza dish that like I was eating this and I was like, it was almost as if the cheese itself was showing me all the different things that goes into a cheese. Anyways, so on the Sunday of the wedding, which was after 2 days of like literally drinking, eating, the wedding was essentially like a 3-day event. It was like you couldn't have experienced a better wedding. On the third day, it was like brunch, and then we day drank, and it was like the best way to like end. I day drank like a maniac, which was there's obviously.
You get like so drunk, like on the verge of blacking out in front of your parents. And what's that like?
My dad told me
for those audio listeners, Connor did shake his head in the affirmative.
Yeah. My dad said on Monday morning, "You are not in college anymore," which is a great reminder to get from your dad while you're abroad. So I'll be taking it easy for the next couple weeks.
Because I feel like I get embarrassed if I'm like tipsy plus in front of my.
I mean, I was there. I was
not saying you should.
I was in Italy with a bunch of people that were also drinking a lot, and it was so much fun.
I guess I feel embarrassed because it's just me alone.
Did not need to cry giving my speech, but
what'd you say?
I won't go into it because it is like as if I looked up. It's as if I asked someone at Home Goods to print me off a speech from one of those signs that like a white woman would hang in her kitchen.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, so I teared up giving that the most generic speech ever, which I thought was brilliant at the time.
Did anyone else
and
cry?
And then I went and smoked a cigarette like I was just like this, as if I was esophagus, or not esophagus.
Esophagus?
Like a philosopher. What's his name? Aristotle. Socrates, whatever. What I call him, esophagus?
Esophagus.
Okay. Anyways, on the Sunday after the brunch, we went to this bar that like overlooked all of Lake Como, and we.
Sorry, I can't get over you thinking a philosopher's name was esophagus.
He looks like an esophagus.
Do you know what an esophagus is? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we go to this bar afterwards and to have more drinks, and the shuttle's leaving, and I was like in the last round of shuttles, and I sat down with this group of like Italian like mid-20s people. And I was talking to them, And then they gave me their number and they were like, oh, we should go get drinks tomorrow if you're still going to be here. And I was like, yeah, totally, give me the number. So on the Monday after, I didn't have any more drinks after Sunday, but I did go and sit down with them and I was talking to them. And what the hell am I telling you this for? I had a point here. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a point.
Really?
Isn't that insane?
That is kind of insane.
Huh.
And then you just left and went home?
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Anyways, I have a group of friends really cool in Italy now.
Oh, they're your permanent friends?
Yeah, we all follow each other on Instagram.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Have you noticed how crazy inflation has gotten?
I have.
I was trying to buy eggs at the market, for example, the other day, and the prices were the highest I've ever seen. And please do not get me started on gas prices. That's why when prices are so high, it feels amazing to find a deal on something you're buying.
When I'm trying to figure out how the economy is doing, I always head to my market.
You would.
The egg.
Yep.
Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Here's how it works. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. And when you check out, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. I do this all the damn time. Honestly, I forget about Honey, and then it pops up, and I'm like, Honey.
It's such a blessing. Honey, thanks.
Honey, get in here. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. Even if Honey doesn't find a coupon for it, I'm like, I appreciate you looking.
Yeah.
It's
Honey,
put in the effort.
you shouldn't have.
Honey, I shrunk your total.
Connor, that's really good.
Thanks.
I've been dabbling in a little bit of retail therapy, and using Honey has really helped me curb my spending, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of going to go ahead, as you said, shrink the total.
Yeah.
Similar to the kids. I just brought a pair of leggings. And when I applied Honey to the order, it was able to find me a code that saved me $30. And you know how pricey leggings can get.
Yes.
Plus,
Much like eggs at the market.
Exactly.
Their inflation is affecting us all differently.
plus, it's super easy to use. All you have to do is click the Honey button, and you're saving money. Easy peasy.
Honey doesn't just work on desktop, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show, BNC, MAP. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/BNC. That's joinhoney.com/BANDC. That's it. Tell me about your weekend. Tell me about Coachella.
Connor,
Did you have fun?
I had the best time.
Shut the hell up.
At
Shut your
Coachella.
mouth.
And everybody thought that I was kidding and that I was doing a bit. No, I am not kidding. I live and breathe Coachella. I have my wristband still on. I'm acting like a middle schooler who went to the hospital and refuses to take the wristbands off. I'm never taking these off. I cannot wait for next year. I can't say enough good things. Oh, and there's my Instagram
post
profile.
much?
I guess.
That's awesome. Good for
I
you.
knit my outfit for the third
I saw
day.
That's great.
I don't love that picture, but there it is. And yeah, so that was cool. That was a cool element. Just in terms of outfits, which is the least important part of Coachella.
Yeah.
I didn't buy anything for it. I didn't buy anything new, which is
That's something
I was nervous for because I was like, oh, I don't have anything to wear. But
that's nothing.
It's
that's
It's casual now. You know, it's not a fashion show, especially Weekend 2. It's about the music.
Yep.
Which I'm a Weekend 2 girl at heart. You
favorite
know.
person you saw.
Here's the thing, Connor.
Did you see anyone?
I went in thinking I don't know anything. I knew so many songs. I have so many new favorite artists. I'll start with Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Friday. I actually don't think I liked anyone Friday.
Okay.
Now that you mention it.
Right.
But you know who I did see? Blondie, who is
Ooh, cool.
Heart of Glass.
Kate Hudson's mom. No.
What? Not at all.
What's her name?
Goldie?
Goldie.
She's not in Blondie,
Goldie
is
Hawn.
she?
No. Goldie Hawn. I just got confused.
Okay. You're thinking of Goldie and Blondie being similar words?
Mm.
Okay. No. Blondie is Heart of Glass.
Yes.
So I went to hear that and then ended up not hearing anything because I was talking too much. But that was cool that they were there.
Yeah.
Then that was Bad Bunny.
Oh, cool.
That night didn't that didn't affect me whatsoever, just due to not being able to understand the words. But it was like a cool vibe, you know.
Sure.
But he's not
That's
someone
when
I didn't walk away from Coachella being like, I'm
That's
gonna
when
listen.
you can sit down in the back, smoke a joint,
Exactly.
or drink a glass of
Suck your
something and
binky.
suck your pinky, and
Yeah. I don't think I saw anybody else on Friday, except 2 friends who just does a lot of remixes and such. Don't remember any of
I'm
those.
friends with them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Tell them I had a blast.
They're friends with like Nico and everybody.
That's very cool. Okay. The next day. This was the fun day, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday, we had
No vibe checks.
Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
XCX, who I think is now one of my favorite artists.
Wow.
What a performer. And I didn't realize how many songs I knew. And now I think my favorite, you know that one that's like, give me 1 second.
No, take your time.
Don't make me beg for you. That one. That's my couldn't love a song more than that. We'll play it in the bonus.
I'm sorry.
We'll play it in the
Need
bonus.
that guy.
So good. And you know, she's kind of a part of the 1975 world.
Yes.
Because she's
I did
dating
know
George,
that. I did know that.
the drummer. So
I wonder if we could get
kind
her
of-
on the podcast.
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
But for her, I was at the very, very front. And so that was really cool. And I just love her. And
I've
that's,
heard. I mean,
yeah, she's so good.
she's
If
kind
you
of
ever get the chance
taking
to
the
see
world
her.
by storm.
Yeah.
Too.
She really
seems
is. And she's
cool.
been around for so long. And she's just like maintained a steady, like, relevancy.
She seems like someone that would hit me in the face, like with her fist, but
I would think.
I'd be like, oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
awesome.
Yeah, not in a mean way.
Yeah,
like it
no.
would just be like,
She is cool.
yeah, that's what I. Yeah, that's. I think that's what I meant to say.
And then that night was Blackpink.
Oh, cool.
I'm a blank.
Yeah, you're a blank.
I'm a blank. And did you know each individual Blackpink has songs?
I did know that.
I didn't.
I know that from Twitter.
They're all so good individually and together.
Did they do their own songs while they were in a group?
Yeah, they did. They came out and they did like Blackpink songs all together, and then they each did an individual song, which is so cool. And I think such a good model because it's like you already are going solo while a part of a band.
Right.
So there's not going to be like, oh, I want to go solo problems because you already are while being in a band.
Man,
Good
what
business model.
Yeah.
Imagine if One Direction was solo while being in a band. Like imagine if Harry Styles was Harry Styles while being a member of One Direction.
That's a tough example because I feel like
You think
Harry
Tough Enough
Styles
is
would overshadow that whole group no
he
matter
already
what.
did.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that would cause a conflict of interest if he's doing a world tour, doing 99 shows a week.
well, he wouldn't. Maybe he would just release Sign of the Times. You know, Freddie Mercury did it while he was in Queen. They were fighting though, and I just know that from Bohemian Rhapsody, so maybe it's not true. He didn't do heroin. Oh, I don't know actually.
I have like this weird hunch that he did.
Oh, well. Anyway,
But I don't know. That's all speculation. Okay, so
Charlie Love, Labyrinth
that is. I'm upset that I didn't see.
was sitting there the whole time for the entire show. Didn't know he brought out Zendaya until the next morning, and I was there listening to her. Thought it was a recording.
Oh, she sang?
She was out on the stage for the first time, performing for the first time in 8 years.
Damn,
And I was
Brooke,
a witness to it. Bummer that I wasn't cognizantly a witness, but physically I was.
Oh, well, that's okay. You're physically there.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that.
Yeah.
You can even lie about it if you want to.
And then Sunday, Dominic Fike. I thought I knew Dominic Fike based off of the fact that I've seen him and heard his music and watched Euphoria.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen him like that. What's that word you use when you're like entranced by someone?
Let me get there. Enamored.
No, enamored.
I knew I'd do
Connor,
it.
bingo. Enamored by Dominic Fike.
Such a word guy. Love words.
And he was seen canoodling with one of the Blackpinks.
Really?
Mhm. It wasn't Rose.
That's, you know what? No, because I heard she's trouble.
Really? She's the
everyone
one I like.
See, everyone she's seen with, right after she's seen with them, their significant other, and
They break up?
She breaks the people up.
Wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea
Troublemaker.
that Rose.
The thing about
did
Dominic
that.
Fike is that Dominic Fike is that he has the pheromone thing.
He has
that-
got the pheromones.
Yeah.
Well said. Because I
something
didn't
about him.
see the pheromones. You can't get the pheromones when you're watching through the screen.
Right.
But I was able to receive the pheromones in person. And
They're strong.
so strong.
Yeah.
So strong. Then
See, I knew him as an artist
uh-huh.
before actor, but you knew him as actor from Euphoria and then his music.
Actor from Euphoria with that song on Euphoria,
Right.
Elliot's song, with that song that's also on TikTok. Late Night, which, you know that one at the motel, whatever.
3 nights.
Yeah. Which favorite song?
Yeah. Right now?
Right now. Obsessed
Oh.
with it.
That's going to be trouble for me because I listened to it too much during the pandemic in
Mhm.
like 2020.
I'm 2 years late. But it's okay. I can listen to it privately. But it's
No,
cool.
I still love that song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was burping 3 times.
Oh, that's okay. And then I will say Blink 182 was the one I was most excited for because it was the only one I was like, oh, I for sure know these songs.
Right.
Weird dudes. Really weird guys.
Well, we're really pushing them to their limit. That's like having a horse-drawn carriage, and then the horses are just going.
And I'm
going
not
till
even
they
talking about
collapse.
Travis. He didn't say it. He doesn't speak when
No.
he's out there. He just drums. But the other two,
I do want to hold that thought
okay.
really quick and have a branch off. I don't know if anyone saw. Everyone must have seen. Did you see the ad that he's doing with Liquid Death?
No.
He's doing an ad with Liquid Death. It was all over my phone yesterday. For Enema of the State, which was an album of theirs, Blink 182's, and he is naked in the ad,
Cool.
and he's saying, "I put Liquid Death up my ass," and then the product that they're selling is a limited drop of, like an Enema, and it's sold with a can that he signed. Do we have a picture?
I think I'm missing something.
Right here.
Oh, I'm not.
Liquid Death. Yeah.
That's really what it is?
Enema of the State. And you can purchase that for $182 from Blink 182.
I've never heard of a brand, a water brand, that's like, you know what? We also do enemas.
Well, now you have.
Yeah.
And talk about viral marketing. Is that what we said? It's all about shock culture these days. That's why they have so much funding, because they have a good marketing team.
Wow. Cool.
And now I'm a part of that marketing team.
But yeah, you are.
I would love to get involved.
Wow. Thanks for letting me know. Cool. Okay, well,
Continue. So the
I-
other two guys were strange.
like
Mhm.
had to depart the set.
Oh.
That's strange. Like only doing like your mom jokes, like boob jokes, like middle school. It was like if a middle schooler was doing stand up, as if that's not already cringe, but then they're like really, really bad. Like it was like farts, boobs. I fucked your mom, and it was just like, oh my God, like you're in your 60s, I think.
Yeah.
Like it was really, really scary. And I was like Binky drained to completion during that. But I think it was also without the Binky element really weird too.
Yeah, I think their audience is probably from like a time.
But I love their music, I think.
So sometimes like people have to retire so that
I think
the
so
taste
too.
that you're left with in your mouth, you know, isn't
Is a positive
fart
one.
and boobs.
Yeah. Also, Travis, while those two were just farting and boobing it up,
Yeah.
Travis silent.
Because
I was thinking, Travis, you have to do something.
no, he has an image to uphold.
He needed to get
Courtney.
involved. I was
Kris
thinking,
Jenner was behind Travis with a gun to his head saying, "Don't you dare mention a."
well, she's a squirter. So it's like
That was taken out of context.
how?
He wasn't talking about sexually. They were talking about and they clipped that
And I would never know
portion.
that.
I looked it up because
Wow.
it was taken fully out of
That's
context.
clickbait if I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, I forget what he was talking about. I think he was talking about this. We're talking about the interview that Howie Mandel and his daughter did with Kris Jenner, and he's talking about sunscreen or something. And she would instead of spraying, she's a squirter, and he said, "You're a squirter," and she said, "Yeah, I guess I am." It's like what we would do with so like you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I didn't know that before.
They took it out of context.
Wow. I had no idea. That's dangerous.
We should do more of that type clickbait because I think that would help.
Okay.
We're talking about it. They win. Hold up. Wait a minute. We want to take another break to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Tinder. With Tinder, it starts with a swipe. So many possibilities really are just a match away, Brooke.
That's so true, Connor. Tinder is the world's most popular dating app. That means the most opportunity to find whatever it is you're looking for. That also means success on Tinder can mean whatever you want it to.
Really?
Each week, 1.5 million Tinder users go on an IRL date in real life.
Very cool. While other apps can be hard, Tinder is easy and fun. Tinder just released relationship goals, a new status for your profile that shows others what types of connections you're looking for. Whether you're looking for, I don't know, an open relationship
Right.
or maybe a long-term one. The choice is yours on Tinder.
Relationship goals is just one of many features that Tinder has released to make sure you're comfy on the app. Tinder has also more safety features than any other dating app, making sure you're getting the most out of your dating experience while being safe. On Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today and explore all of the possibilities for yourself.
Thanks, Tinder. Anyway, all in all, it was great.
But I do love that song that Blink does. And I would say this was my favorite song of the weekend.
Oh, wow.
And I forget it, but I do love it.
I know
with my whole heart.
I feel you. Is it Say It Ain't So?
Not at all.
Is it
It's not I Miss You.
What's
My Age Again? Yeah, that one. It's really incredible work, you guys. Blink, if you're listening. But I think you should break up and stop and stop performing at this time, at this age.
Right.
Yeah, I really had the best time. I was not tired once. I didn't need one nap. I mean,
Wow.
I was like, I had a blast. And since I feel like mushrooms are like normalized now, right?
Yeah.
I tried them.
You tried them for your first time?
Well, I've had like nibbles before that have like not done anything of like
we did
chocolate.
them at the Dodgers game
Yeah,
together.
but that didn't taste. That didn't do anything. Oh wait, I sobbed the whole time.
You cried.
Yeah.
I was like smiling. I look over. It's got a tear going. Anyways, okay.
Yeah, but that fit into the content. Like
It
I
was
would have
the-
cried.
I mean, I was and then we started laughing because.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess I have. But
Okay, you
this
did-
was like a very intentional. Like,
Yeah.
I
let's
am
try this
doing
thing.
mushrooms for Coachella.
Right.
Instead of just like, oh yeah, I'll have like a little nibble of your. Okay, it says on the back like 1 little square, 1 to 2 squares is a microdose.
Brooke,
What?
how many did you do? Because we talked about
I'm
this.
telling you, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
But I would say when we were at the Dodgers game, I didn't even do a full little square. I had like a little tiny nibble.
We split a half of 1 square.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started with 1 little square for Saturday. And I was like, it's not doing anything. I don't feel anything, whatever. And then they had a Kazunori pop up,
Oof.
which is, if you guys don't know, it's like Sugarfish, which is like an amazing sushi place. It's in LA and New York that we both are obsessed with. But it's just like the hand roll version of that, which we are obsessed with. Kazu. Nut, by the way. So they had a Kazu, which was crazy at Coachella. And Patrick, who I was at Coachella with, had never had Kazu. So I was so excited that he was going to have his first Kazu. We're in line. And I had taken my square of shrooms like a half hour ago. It's not doing anything. And then they cut off at me and Patrick and they're like, we're closed.
That's the thing about the sushi at festivals is that they do run out and that's it.
They closed at 9:30.
Yeah.
And so at 9:29, to me and Patrick, they said, okay, we're done. And Connor, it was like they had killed my entire family. It was like I have never taken anything more personally in my whole life than them telling me and Patrick that we can't get in. And I said, and I avoid confrontation. I said, there has to be something you can do. He has never had it. Like, we have to. Please, I'm begging you guys. And they were like, no, it's like, sorry, it is what it is. Inconsolable. Like, it was literally like the worst thing, the most personal attack that has ever been attacked on my person.
And it's amplified. Actually, not even amplified, but it
was
probably
just
was
like-
amplified because of the mushroom.
I think that's what it was. Because I was just like, oh my God, nothing this bad has ever happened to anyone else in the world. And then an hour of not being able to.
No, I feel like you would have that experience again if you were.
Sure, but not like literally like had to sit down for an hour
Yeah.
and would not eat at any other establishment.
That sucks.
Like that. But then the next day I tried 2 squares
Yeah.
and that I had the best time.
Yes.
So I think that it just hit me like the wrong way.
Yes.
The Kazu night. And that kind of became a negative fixation.
Right.
But the second night had a blast.
Well, I don't know if I told you when I first got these, they're chocolate mushrooms, and you can buy them almost anywhere in LA. Like you could walk outside and say, "Does anyone have any chocolate mushrooms?" And like 9 people would raise their hand.
Where do you get them?
You can just.
But you can't get them at a store.
There are stores that sell them now.
Really?
Yeah, I got an actual DM today from someone that started a company here.
Do you need some sort of identification? Like medical shrooms?
No. I mean, like a child can't go buy them.
Right.
But anyways, I got the little box and it was Reese's flavor. Bless you.
That was an accident. Sorry.
It's
Excuse
totally fine. And we went to Odessa here. I went with my friend Matt and Kylie and our other friend. And it says on the back, so there's basically 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 squares in the bar.
Right.
So on the back, it says 1 to 3 microdose. And they're little squares. That was on purpose. 1 to 3 squares is a microdose. 3 to 6 is therapeutic. 6 to 9.
Is therapeutic more than, like, how would therapeutic be a higher?
We're obviously not dealing with employee of the month at description.com of mushrooms, but
Oh, this is God. Is this the God mode
this
wrapper?
is God mode. So I was thinking, okay, I'll take 3 squares. We'll all take 3 because we want to microdose, but we want to like enjoy Odessa. It's a Wednesday night though, so we don't want to be insane.
You were insane.
I was scared for my life.
Yeah.
The Odessa visuals came up, and it was like a demon running at me for one of their songs, and I was like, whoa. And so I stepped outside at the Forum Theater where they have the tunnel.
They were at the Forum?
That they have the tunnel printed with famous stars. I saw a picture of Elton John. Might as well be Satan, Lucifer. He was looking at me with the gap in his tooth and his glasses, and I was like, no. Elton, not today.
That's scary.
So then I talked to
I can't imagine having a panic attack.
the person. No,
at a
I mean,
crowd, in a
I was
crowd.
fine because you also have to be like, oh, I'm on shrooms.
Right.
That's why I'm like kind of weirded out by Elton John. Well, but they basically, I went back to the person that gave me the shrooms. Matt Moon thought his thumb fell off because of a piece of confetti from the sky landed in his drink, and he took a sip of his drink and it was on his tongue. He was like, God, because he took the 4th square.
Wow.
Anyways,
That doesn't sound appealing to me at all.
They said the dosage on the back is basically made for a large moose and not someone who weighs 150 pounds, 160 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so lesson learned. Anything else before we dive into our 2 minutes of pop culture?
I just like really love Coachella.
I'm so happy you had a good experience.
I think it's because I had no expectations.
Right.
That's the key.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really key.
Remember what I told you? Set very low expectations so that...
I didn't have, I just had none.
Right, when you were going, though, I was like, you should plan like you're going to hate it.
Imagine if there's a headliner or even anybody that I, am obsessed with. I can't even imagine. Because there was no one this year that I was, interested in at all, really. Imagine if I actually was. I would be, time of my life.
Like, remember when I told you Frank Ocean was I would buy a 3-day ticket for Frank Ocean?
Oh, luckily
he
backed out, so I had Skrillex.
No, you had Fred again. Do you know how I feel about Fred again?
No.
Every time let me show you my
I don't know who
let me
he
show you
is.
my DMs with Fred again. Hold that thought.
I left before him, by the way.
Don't tell me that.
And Trill.
This is from years and years of me saying I love you, still love you,
Wow.
love you. It never opened or responded.
I didn't know that you had any DMs that looked like that with celebrities.
Just him.
Wow, just Fred.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he'll see 9 of those one time, and I don't think he'll care because he seems like such a good dude.
Wow. You should have
Yeah.
let me know so I could have.
Maybe
I
planted a
told him.
seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess
Anyways,
that's it.
Yeah. Frank Ocean, he's on my loser list now.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah,
That's a tough thing to say.
That is.
Okay, here's something that I want to say.
Go ahead.
Glen Powell and Cindy Sweeney.
I don't want to even give them any attention.
I have to because let's hedge our bets here. Do you think that this whole situation, basically, if you're unaware of Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, 2 people who I never thought names would be in the same sentence, now are filming a rom-com together, and they keep being seen doing many things that are definitely not included in the set, like Sydney going on a little trip to a zoo with Glen's entire family, and kind of canoodling and things like that. Is this PR for the movie?
No, it's inappropriate, and I don't support it.
Well, a lot of people said that's Hollywood, baby. But then Glen Powell's girlfriend unfollowed Cindy Sweeney on Instagram, and I think that this
As
could be
she should.
Yeah, but this could be lore that we're all biting at talking
Not
about on
lore.
podcasts. But this is the other thing. I know there's like a lot of offset stuff happening, but like this is that thing that we talked about where it's like it's so weird. This world where like you're on set being paid to canoodle and make out and dry hump this person. Will your significant other be upset? And it's like you just. But like then there's all the
They're doing
off-screen
it
stuff.
Right, they're doing the off-screen stuff.
Yeah, but then we gave so much shit to Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon when they physically look like they
there
wanted
has
to
got to be a happy medium.
kill each other with a shank on the
I
red
mean,
carpet.
she was literally like straddling him, and he was like dipping
her down.
Like there has got to be a medium between the straddling and Reese and Ashton.
I would like to know if this is lore.
It's not.
Because if it is, we need to stop giving lore like this so much credit because I'm wondering if this movie is going to suck.
No, I don't think it's lore. I think they're being awful people to their significant others. And
Sydney's married, right?
She's engaged, and I don't think that we should be supporting it, and I don't even want to give it attention. Not happy about it. I scroll past it every single time.
I'm kind of eating it up.
Mm-mm. I won't be seeing the movie. I'll be seeing the movie pirated. Won't be giving it my money.
I won't be seeing. Well, I'll be downloading it from LimeWire.
Yeah.
So
You catch me on LimeWire.
Here's the thing.
Catch me at the Apple Genius Bar because my computer will be completely destroyed via LimeWire virus.
Yeah. I think that I like it, and I think it's kind of sexy. But that being said, bummed. I couldn't date either of them if they're gonna kind of do that.
Like, can't stress enough how I'm like so in support of Gigi, Glen's girlfriend.
If you removed,
She, by the way, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
Like,
Anyways. Okay, cool. We checked that box.
Yeah.
Next, how was John Mulaney's special? Did you watch it?
oh my God, thank you for bringing that up. I almost
I'm so happy.
best thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was
Better
good?
than Coachella.
Is this?
No,
It was an
no.
old original new stuff.
Well, it was like the show that we saw during the Netflix's a joke. Didn't you go at where you had to bite the neoprene bag?
I went with James.
Yeah, wasn't that the Netflix like festival? Netflix
Mm-hmm.
is a joke. Yeah, it's like that set, but condensed and with some new things added.
Oh,
It
see, I don't
is-
need to watch the same.
No,
thing
you
twice.
do. You really do. Because
Okay.
there's some new things added, condensed. I can't wait to watch it again when I get home. Had a viewing party last night in my John Mulaney merch.
Yeah.
So good. One of the best specials that I've ever seen. And that I will continue to see every day for the next week as I rewatch it.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yep.
That's
He
a
is
totally unbiased opinion. On
so
John Mulaney's new
talented,
special.
it's scary. Like, it's scary to me. Like, every time he delivers a joke, I'm just like, how are you so good? The talent. That's somebody like that I would go up to. I've been practicing how to approach celebrities. Me and Patrick were role playing at Coachella in case I saw anyone. And I can't not be like, oh my God, I love you. Is my
Right,
first
yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
But I think with John, I actually could. Because Patrick was telling me you just need to say, no, I can't like not say, oh my God. Patrick was saying you need to say, I think you're so talented. Instead of an
Nice.
immediate, oh my God, I love you. And I couldn't. Every time I was trying to role play, it was, oh my God, I think you're so talented. With John, I think I really could just say, I think you are so talented. Instead of the, oh my God, I love you. Because I think he is so talented.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job, John.
And that's all I'll say on like,
Okay, I'll watch it. You convinced me.
okay, good. Wow. Jury duty.
Yes.
I think we should talk about that.
Wait,
while
I
it's
didn't
hot.
see it. I heard that it's way better than Nathan For You.
I think I'm halfway through the first episode.
So Jury Duty is a new show, and our close friend of the show,
Who?
forgetting his name.
Who?
What's his name?
Oh, James
James
Marsden.
Marsden. Is
People don't know why he's a close friend.
well, let them guess.
Okay.
Our close friend of the show, James Marsden, who I met at ACL and was very, very nice.
Right. Seems like an absolute sweetheart.
No, he was too normal.
That's always scary.
Was in our he must have known someone in the group that I was with, and so I was with him for like 3.5 hours at ACL. But he's in it, and my understanding from I haven't seen it.
You want me to tell you the premise?
Yeah.
The premise is that there's a fake jury and a fake case, and everybody knows that it's fake. Everybody's an actor except for one guy. So it's kind of like a Truman Show.
Wait.
We're only
Hold on. This guy in the middle, is that the one guy that he doesn't know? The one guy in
Ronald.
the middle? Wait. You know who just posted a picture with him?
Who? Everyone's obsessed with him.
Becca Moore just posted a picture with him, and I was like, well, this is the most average looking person I've ever seen.
Oh, everyone's going to be in love with him.
He's 9 feet tall, and he looks like Fred again.
Oh, I don't know what Fred again looks like, but
Identical.
Had I known that, maybe I would have gone to Fred again. But
mark my
words,
the same, except
Connor, I'm halfway through the first episode.
They look alike, except Fred again looks like he smokes weed, and this guy looks like he works at JP Morgan.
Mark my words, I am going to have a completely different personality by the time we meet next week.
Is it coming out episode by episode?
No, it's out. It's all out.
How much have you watched?
I told you 16 times. I'm halfway through the first episode.
Why didn't you finish the first episode?
Because I had somewhere to go. I started watching yesterday, and then I had to leave my house.
Oh, I'll be watching this show.
Yeah. I'm going to finish it by next week, and I'll have an entirely new personality by next week. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you guys the time in college, I think I did, where I did a survey thing for money?
Yes.
And it makes me sick to even talk about because it was the worst experience of my entire life. But I was like, they were going to pay me $600 for 2 days. But you're in the room, and I haven't seen the show yet, but I was like, there's no way I'm not being punked.
Uh-huh.
These people are all individually the fucking freakiest people I've ever seen in my life. And it's like these jury, it's like people, it's a jury of my peers. But I was like, I would never trust you guys if I was on the stand and you guys were the people judging me, because it's like whatever the opposite of salt of the earth is, pepper of the earth, people.
Pepper of hell.
Pepper of hell. Pepper of outer space.
Pepper of the other realm.
Yeah, no. So that's what this feels like to me, where it's like, so he must be like, wow, these people are insane. And
Exactly.
It's like,
and he's so sweet.
It's like when you are in a room, or it's like when have you guys ever, I'm asking the people listening to the episode, has anyone ever been in a situation where you're like, oh, I'm in purgatory?
Yes.
You're like, there's no way this actual situation, how did I get here? This is never going to end. This is the longest I've ever been in a
I feel that way when
situation.
I'm walking on wood chips barefoot and there's no end in sight.
Brooke, yeah. Oh my God. When you walk into a field
Hot wood
after
chips.
swimming and there's a prickle and you realize, I'm in a sea of prickles. I can't get out. And you just have to walk on the sides of your feet to get out.
Or when you're like carrying grocery bags up the stairs and you're like, this will never end.
Yep.
I don't know when I will ever get to the top of
one
the
of your
stairs.
fingers, you're like, is it even still there?
Exactly.
Your pinky? I have a good question for you.
Yeah. I
Really
have an
quick, just
answer.
branch off. I was thinking this weekend about some things that are classy if you're rich and trashy if you're poor.
Okay. You want me to think of one?
Yeah, think
I
of one.
can't.
I'll give you examples because I wrote them down. Because I was like,
Give me one of your examples so I can really
Yeah.
understand the prompt first.
okay, I didn't write anything down. Wearing a robe outside. You know, like if you're somewhere where like there's a lot
Okay.
of money, it's like, oh, they're going to read the newspaper and have a coffee. If not, you're like, oh, they're going to
That's all they
like
have.
pick up some drug. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
I don't know
They're
either.
gonna go smoking a cigarette. Kind of classy if you're rich.
Oh,
Trashy if you're poor.
that's a good example.
Day drinking. Classy if you're rich. Trashy if you're poor. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So what's the moral?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that this weekend where I was like seeing a lot of stuff where I was like, oh, like if I was doing this at home, like with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like a gross person.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm in Italy doing it, it's like
So
cool.
you were rich this weekend, but poor usually.
No, I was in an area where like stuff like that, where I was like, I could never do this at home.
Okay,
I don't know if that made sense.
it does. Yeah.
Did you see this Aubrey Plaza milk campaign?
No.
Okay, so Aubrey Plaza is launching a new product called Wood Milk. And so I see this yesterday and think, this is another person that is coming out with some product that's celebrity endorsed. And that's all they're going to do, Ryan Reynolds style, where like they're just going to put their name on it. It's run by an entirely different group of people, and it's just going to be a money grab.
Right.
So Aubrey comes out with this thing. Are we allowed to play it, do you think, or no?
Probably not.
Okay, so basically they have her dressed as if she is the CEO of White Girl Fall, and she's in the woods.
Is that in like a parody?
No, it's just like to fit this thing. And she's
Okay.
basically like, have you ever looked at a tree and thought, I wish I could drink that?
No.
And then she introduces her product, Wood Milk. And I think it's supposed to be like a knockoff of how ridiculous, like cashew milk, almond milk, all of these macadamia milk,
Right.
how insane that is. And like, let's get back to our roots. And basically the whole campaign, and they have an Instagram page. You find out that it's a fake product and it's sponsored by Got Milk, actual real milk. And she's wearing a shirt that says Got Wood. So like the whole thing
So is it an ad for regular milk?
It's an ad for milk.
Well, then I wouldn't have known that.
Is your
'Cause
milk
they said
real?
wood milk.
No, is your milk real? Got Milk. I think
So they're implying that other milk's just fake.
it's just fake lab grown milk, which is funny because we talked about
I think I get it.
what are your thoughts? So like if we were to be on a podcast now, like what do you think you would say about this?
Okay. I would say if we were on a podcast, I would say that I think just ask me if I've got regular milk because you confused me when you brought in the wood. Does that make sense?
So keep the wood out of my milk.
Keep wood out of your mouth.
Brooke, that's the point of the ad is exactly what you said.
Keep wood out of
Keep the wood out of my mouth.
right.
Give me some
Okay.
milk.
So okay. I guess it's a thinker.
No, yeah.
Here's the question.
I
Do
think
I
it's a
want commercials and ads to be thinkers? No. Just sell me the product. I'm not interested in an A24 ad.
You bring up a good point, Brooke, there with that, because when I was in advertising school, they say you need to have enough thought to where people can get it, but not too much thought to where they give up and are annoyed.
This
with
is
you.
too much thought.
This is too much thought. And it is a cringy attempt to get someone who's relevant now involved in like a last ditch
So
effort, it
overall,
seems.
we're anti wood milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm anti this campaign.
I feel fine being aligned with that.
Yeah. But it took me so long. It took me so much digging to even find this thing. I was like, I'm confused what the ad is for.
Right.
Because I didn't want to watch till the end.
Right.
And they have like
Totally.
they have like they're having a very active Instagram for Wood Milk.
That's so interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep our eye on it. Okay, well, I think we end with the phone call we had this morning because that was really funny.
Damn, I wanted to start with that.
I know, me too, but I just remembered it.
Okay, so we're both like jet lagged, and I call Brooke at 7:45, and I go, "Hey, just making sure you're up and at 'em." And she goes, I'm up and at 'em. Are you up and at 'em? And I go, I'm both up and at them. And she goes, at them? And I go, yeah, I'm up and I'm at 'em. And she goes, I thought it was Adam.
I thought because Adam
name.
of Adam and Eve, like he was a go-getter. He was one of the first. He was the first.
Got up.
And he was up.
So now
And he did what he did at the beginning of time. So I thought we were following in his footsteps by being up and Adam. But when you said you're at, what'd you say? You're at all of them?
I'm at them.
At them.
At them.
That completely.
But I don't know where I am.
Maybe it should be Adam.
I'm thinking it should be Adam.
That makes more sense.
I'm up and Adam. I'm the first one. I'm the first one, Adam.
That's what I've been saying.
I'm the first guy
That's
up.
what I've been saying.
I'm the first guy up.
You're paving the way.
Where's my worm? I'm the early bird.
Where's your apple?
It's in Eve's mouth, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
Up and Eve.
I'm down in Eve. So I fucked up.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you in the bonus, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week on Close Friends.
I smoked so many cigarettes in Italy.
Okay, it's still bad for you.
Yeah, but when in Rome.
Okay, did you play Wario on the Wii?
Bitch, please.
It's actually, I learned this weekend, a moose knuckle if it's a boy.
Are you serious?
Connor, that's what you look like on the podcast without your underwear. That one's bad.
Sign up on tmgstudios.tv to watch the full bonus episode.